for that power, man. We're spiritually minded over here. We're not carnally minded like you stupid niggas with your stupid guns. You Homo sapiens and your guns. So we're looking for that power. We're spiritually minded over here. We're not carnally minded like you stupid niggas with your stupid guns. You Homo sapiens and your guns. So we're looking for that power. We're spiritually minded over here. We're not carnally minded like you stupid niggas with your stupid guns. You Homo sapiens and your guns.
No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their righteousness is of me.
So we're looking for that power. We're spiritually minded over here. We're not carnally minded like you stupid niggas with your stupid guns. You Homo sapiens and your guns.
You Homo sapiens and your guns.
Alright, Shalom to elect Israel, to the hopeful elect Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians, and the foreign Israelites that look like the other nations, scattered across the four corners of the earth. Want to give all praises to Barak, Yahawah, Barak, Yahawashi. Barak, Yahawah, Barak, Yahawashi. Got to give all praises to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone led me to this truth, and been ordained by the Lord to teach the flock how to live, repent, pray, fast, and show forth the Lord's righteousness and mercy, judgment, forgiveness, and wrath to all those who are part of the elect and to the hopeful elect. Lord willing, we part of that number. Lord willing, let's be edifying to those who fear in the name of the Lord and striving to show forth the Lord's righteousness every day to the best of their abilities. His judgment always comes to light. Zephaniah chapter 3 verse 5, it is not slack. 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 9 is unto a ring. 2 Ezra chapter 5 verse 42. You know, the water for anybody tuning in, coming across the comment board, Yahawashi, Barak, Atham. And, you know, we're just going to get into a quick land back, which basically just, you know, it's like a response to some of the videos that the elders and apostles been doing. And, you know, just to kind of go over some of the things that they were saying and, you know, put some precepts in. The Lord put the Spirit on me to go ahead and deal with it. A lot of brothers have been dealing with this. And the title is Jake just think he can do whatever he wants. You know, Jake just think he can just make his own solemn assemblies. He can make his own, you know, Sabbath day. And that's,
got some roast.
And that's, you know, we know that's against the scriptures. You know, the Lord set up certain days that we honor Yahawah, Bahasham, and Yahawashi. You know, and these nations have put it in Jake's mind, you know, ultimately, you know, starting with Esau, even the so-called white man, to think that he can just make whatever he want to do. And that's not how, you know, we are as the hopeful elect. You know, we don't just do whatever we want to do. You know, we follow the traditions that have been given to us from our forefathers. So there's 3 videos that I want to post in the comment board to go watch, and I'm just going to put in some precepts. We'll watch a little bit of one of them dealing with the situation of this, you know, this Jake and his family. They're thinking they can just call Thanksgiving Day, turn it into Yahawashi Day. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, nobody's celebrating no Yahawashi Day, and especially the way, you know, that they're trying to do it. It's all the way off. And, you know, I was listening to Elder Menathe, and he was talking about it, and he was, you know, basically going over the fact that, you know, more than likely it was just, it looks like they were bought out or something, or like, you know, it's like they throwing stumbling blocks on purpose, and that's what he was saying. But I'm just gonna play the video of these people, and then we're gonna put in some precepts. So Lord willing, is edifying to the flock.
Shalom, Israel. First, giving all praises to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. All praises due. Peace and salutations to the royal house of David. This is what it's all about. I know some of y'all out there are cooking and eating, and we doing the same thing over here. If you having any reservations, I just want you to know that it is okay. All right. Scripture says in Romans chapter 14 that some men esteem one day above the next, and some men esteem one day all alike. We choose with a conscious choice to make this Yahawashi Day, and we do this in remembrance, all right, of our son and brother who died for Israel to reunite the northern and southern kingdom.
See, it's like they understand the doctrine, but why ain't you following everybody else that follows Great Millstone? If you say that you love the Lord, and on top of that, he don't do no damn videos, okay? They done been in and out doing videos, for one. And for two, if this was okay, don't you think that the elders and apostles would have did this? Don't you think other brothers would be doing this? So we know this ain't okay, man. You know, even without all the other shit you about to see, just the fact that he just said this shit, that's going all the way off. That ain't got nothing to do that day has nothing to do with, you know, you can't take something, you can't make what straight something that's crooked. Like, it's a wicked holiday. You can't take it and be like, well, we're gonna make it you know, a good day. No, it's not a good day. Okay, we're supposed to be in a state of mourning. Okay, because that was the day that, you know, a lot of the Native Americans was put to death, man, was killed by these devils, man. We're not gonna celebrate shit. More than anything, shit, like, we ain't, like me and the elder, we didn't even go do no dinner like that and shit. You know, we went over there down the street. The only place that was open, we went over there to another Jake, this Issachar, he had a little taco truck. We got some tacos, okay? And sat down, watched a couple shows, you know, random shows, and then did some videos. Like, we didn't make that day special at all, okay? That day is not a special day, okay? It's just a remembrance to know that we're in our captivity, and, you know, we need to go home, okay? So let me keep playing.
And this is the symbol, all right, that we hold dear and will always hold dear throughout all eternity, all right? So anybody saying that we're worshiping Thanksgiving or we're uplifting the murder of Native Americans, that's a damn lie. We're not upholding any of that. We're changing the meaning of this day because we are beginning now to destroy the idols out of the land.
And what makes me think that this is set up, because you see up there in that top right corner, that's that Skull and Bones logo. We talked about that the other day. That 332. He's got this. He trying to say, like, because he got Ezekiel chapter 37 on his shirt, like that's the Valley of Dry Bones or something. But you can't take a symbol like this and make it something pertaining to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. You can't take a wicked fraternity brotherhood symbol. See, that's what it is. You can't take this symbol and do something good with it, okay? It's crooked. It cannot be made straight. You can't take this bitch and do nothing with it good for the will of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, okay? So not let alone they going off doing that, they got the little Skull and Bones thing, man, right there in the corner. You can see it. That's it, man. That's that Skull and Bones logo. That's what made me think it's some Mason shit, some weird ass brotherhood shit trying to get people to go off. You see what I'm saying? Trying to get people to go off. So you can keep watching.
Respect or no love for any fucking Thanksgiving. This is Yahawashi Day. And every day that we celebrate, we're going to do this in remembrance of him. All right. So we might as well show you the spread. All right. And if y'all like, you can send me what y'all cooking. We're going to show y'all what we getting ready to eat on. All right. Shalom.
We over here cooking judgment. You over there cooking some other shit, bro. We ain't cooking what you cooking.
What we got here?
What they got?
We got some roast. What is that?
That's turkey.
Turkey. All right, that's the turkey. All right. All right. We got yellow corn with bacon, pepper bacon at that.
Pepper bacon.
And black pepper. All right.
We ain't supposed to eat swine, right? We ain't supposed to eat no pig, right? Yep. Keep going.
We got fried cabbage. We got dirty rice.
Probably got sausage in it. Nasty as hell.
And over there we got cornbread dressing. Coming on around.
And you can see, obviously, they ain't taking care of their body.
What's this right here?
That is the pork roast.
This is cut up pork roast.
More pork.
That's beef roast.
Cut up beef roast.
I just lost the pork.
And this is my world famous. Look at that ham right there. Y'all see that?
See?
Y'all see that there? Do y'all
Ham.
see that there? All right.
It's just swine all over the motherfucking table, man.
That ham was marinated in Coca-Cola for about 2 straight days.
And some dirty ass water, okay? We know we ain't supposed to be drinking no pop or marinade nothing pop. We don't do that shit, man. That's some worldly shit they're doing, man. And they're trying to dedicate that to Yahawashi, but we gonna prove that their offerings that they're giving, the Lord's gonna fuck them up for this, man.
Okay, I'm all
Got my own private glaze on there, all right? And the mac and cheese. You wait, will that deepen up? The mac and cheese. My voice don't go no deeper, all right? We got that good mac and cheese going. So we are now going to, what else you got, something else?
some gravy. What I have to.
Well, what is it without gravy? Look at that there.
See, they having Thanksgiving Day, and they just said, we're going to call it Yahawashi Day, we're going to go ahead and eat. You see what I'm saying? Jake could just think he can do whatever the fuck he want, man. Jake think that he can just do whatever the fuck he want. And he can't. This is going off, man. This is totally going off. And what gave me the spirit, put the spirit on me to go ahead and do a video about this land back, because I was listening to Elder Apostle Ramlov this morning. And he was talking about this title right here, Simple Things Made Complicated. And he was talking about the Shabbats. He was talking about, the new moons and whatnot. So I wanted to go in that a little bit, just to, do the video, because a lot of brothers is doing it. We're going to touch into some of that stuff. And then we got over here another video. Elder Apostle Gabar did a video too, going into this. Talking about this family who did this. Okay, so, there's a lot of brothers talking about this. You got Elder Manata Zatba, he did one. You see, so we and we all going into it. Brothers around the world, followers, myself, and we want to follow in the footsteps of our elders and apostles, and we want to stay updated around what they're doing, and our job is to rebuke. That is one of our main jobs, is to rebuke those, who are going against the scriptures. So this is a big part of our job as priests, or as some people will say, as disciples, because some people call themselves disciples, but you got to be doing this. You got to be doing this work on a regular basis. And a disciple is basically a student. What does a student do? They do what their masters do. They learn from their masters, which we know as the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. We go down and we do it the way they do it, to the best of our abilities. We all have our own style on how we do things, but when it comes down to it, we're just the offspring of Great Millstone. The ones that you see down here, followers like me. Everything I learned come from them. Everything that I've grown to be, the man that I am today, has been from the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, the big brothers on down. They lifted me up in a bad place where I was at. So all respect and due, to Yahawah, Yahawashi, and the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, man. Double honors. So Isaiah chapter 66, verse 23, and it shall come to pass that from one new moon to another, and from one Sabbath to another, that's why it said new moon and Sabbath, because that's the Shabbats, that's the Sabbaths, right? Shall all flesh come to worship before me, saith the Lord. So we know that the Sabbath is the new moon. Now I want to go get this word moon and put it in the blue letter, okay? Because the moon means month. So we're going to put that in there and show that. You know, that's the beginning of our months. And we're also going to show that, you know, it said that Satan, he changed the times and the laws. Okay, he thought he could change the times and the dates. Okay, so when everybody here is talking about the first of the year is January, that's not the year for us. But we're gonna get in that in a second. That's not the beginning of the year for the hopeful elect. You know, we observe time different. Okay, that's part of being born again. Our times that we observe are different from the world. You can't say you born again and then do everything like the world. That doesn't make no sense. So, like I said, new moon to another. Gonna look up this new moon. See?
Strong's H2320. Qadash. Qadash.
Okay. That's how you probably say it in like the Greek or the Latin, one of the two. And it says the new moon, monthly, the first day of the month, the lunar month. And then after that, every 7 days you get a day of rest. Okay, we're going to prove that in just a second too. But see, it means a month. That's what it means. And what did the Lord say? He said in Micah chapter 3, verse 6, he don't change. So you think he just going to change his solemn days to where you just go to church every Sunday and that's cool? No, man. No, it's observed throughout all generations what he set up. He's not going to change the way he does things. He's going to keep it that way forever. We're going to be doing a new moon in the kingdom. Okay, we're going to observe those days as well. And the heathens that are under us, the servants, so they're going to observe them too. Numbers chapter 28, verse 11. And in the beginnings of your months, right, ye shall offer a burnt offering unto the Lord. That's what we used to do. 2 bullocks and 1 ram, 7 lambs of the first year without spot, right? These are the things that we used to keep. But now, you know, we don't got the animal sacrifices because we're that sacrifice, you know. So, you know, some brothers, they'll fast on that day. Some brothers, you know, they'll do certain things. When it comes to the new moon, we don't buy or sell, you know, and we don't, you know, we try to fast and stuff like that. That's what was the customs that we used to keep. Now you follow it to the best of your abilities because we're not supposed to work either. But some of us got to work on the Shabbat. But, you know, sometimes we'll still go to work because why? Because the Lord said, don't be over righteous. You know, why should thou destroy thyself? So we can't just stop living. We got to still, you know, but if we can observe it to the best of our ability, we're going to observe it. Like sometimes I'll go to work. I have to go to work on the Shabbat, but I won't eat that day. You know, I'll try to do something else to balance it out, to show that I'm following it to the best of my abilities. So, you know, we'll keep it right there. We don't got to go too deep in it. I want to get to another point. This is Ezekiel. I don't want to make this too long. Chapter 46, verse 1, because I got some articles I gotta get going. You know, I just wanted to touch on this because, you know, it's what the brotherhood's been talking about. So Ezekiel chapter 46, verse 1. Oh, hold on. Misspell. Ezekiel chapter 46, verse 1. And it reads, 21. I want verse 1. Let me get over here and hit this. And it says, thus saith the Lord, Yahawah Bahasham, the gate of the inner court that looketh toward the east shall be shut 6 working days, but on the Sabbath, the Shabbat, it shall be open. And in the day of the new moon, it shall be open. See, so that's showing you every 7 days after the Shabbat, after the new moon, which is, it said lunar month, right? The lunar calendar. So that's what we used to do by times, by the moon. We didn't use the Gregorian calendar. We didn't have 365 days in a year and all that. You see? So we went by, you know, the first day of the month was the new moon, and then after 6 days, you work 6 days, and then on the Shabbat, you would rest. You see, that was the way we did things. And that's the same way it is today. You know, it said it'll be observed through all generations. And I'm going to make that point in just a second, but we're going to get over here and deal with the stuff that they're doing. Okay? And I want to start at verse 4. This is what the Lord was warning Israel not to do. You know? So it says, Amos chapter 8, verse 4 says, "Hear this, O ye that swallow up the needy, even to make the poor of the land to fail, saying, when will the new moon be gone?" Right? That we may sell corn. See, we don't sell stuff on that day. And the Shabbat, that we may set forth wheat. Right? Because they were supposed to work. It's supposed to rest. Right? Making the ephah small and the shekel great, and falsifying the balances by deceit. Right? That was some of these Israelites that not understanding, you know, all they doing is thinking about the bag. And they over here saying, well, when is it going to be over so I can get back to what I'm doing? Verse 6, that we may buy the poor for silver and the needy for a pair of shoes, yea, and sell the refuse of the wheat. Because, you know, they were just basically asking, so when is it over? And basically we do the Shabbats is sundown to sundown. You know, our days start at the nightfall. That's when our day starts at night. You see? That's how we observe the Shabbat. Verse 7, the Lord hath sworn by the excellency of Jacob, surely I will never forget any of their works. So the Lord ain't going to forget that their mindset, their spirit was off. They was trying to be like, well, you know, they wasn't really observing it as an honorable day. It's like, well, when is it going to be done so I can get back to my shit? Like that was kind of how they were answering, asking the Lord. He said, shall not the land tremble for this? And everyone mourn that dwelleth therein? And it shall rise up wholly as a flood, and it shall be cast out and drowned as by the flood of Egypt. But this time it's going to be a flood of fire. Okay? Because we know we're in the new Egypt. You know, Egypt basically means bondage, slavery, captivity. This is our new captivity. You know? That's why he said in Deuteronomy 28:68, I will bring thee into Egypt again on ships. Okay? That was that Atlantic slave trade that, you know, Jake came in on. You know, the so-called Negroes. You know, the tribes of Judah. So a reason it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord Yahawashi, that I will cause the sun to go down at noon, and at noon basically means like judgment day. Okay, and I will darken the earth in the clear day, and that's what's gonna happen. Everybody gonna say peace and safety, and then sudden destruction gonna come from Yahawashi. You know, verse 10, and I will turn your feasts into mourning, and all your songs into lamentation, because that's what they're supposed to be right now. It says it's better to be in the house of mourning than the house of mirth, which is partying. We're not supposed to be in the mindset of celebrating right now. We're in a state of mourning, but since they're not in a state of mourning, the Lord's going to turn it into mourning and lamentation and show them this is what you're supposed to be doing, but now you're going to really go through it. And I will bring up sackcloth upon all loins and baldness upon every head, and I will make it as the mourning of an only son, and the end thereof as a bitter day, man. And that's what's going to come out to. The end of these days of them doing all that bullshit, making their own days, thinking they can do what they want, that's what's going to happen to them. You know? At least the Lord, you know, put them in the spirit to repent and come into a state of mourning. But the way it's looking, they old bottles. They too dug in the world. They're not going to come to this truth. Because you can't, this is the saying. This is Yahawashi speaking, Mark chapter 2, verse 22. And no man put of new wine into old bottles. That new wine is this truth. You know, and it wasn't something that was taught until Abba Bivens came on the scene. Okay? In the 60s. So we didn't know, you know, we believe he was John the Baptist reincarnated. That's what we believe, you know, and that's up to you whether you want to believe that or not. But we believe that over here. The followers of Great Millstone, the Great Millstone on up. We believe that. So And no man putteth new wine in the old bottles, else the new wine doeth burst the bottles. See? They can't have this knowledge. They can't hold this knowledge. And what did it say to knowledge? Knowledge won't deal with someone who's covered in sin. It won't deal with the unjustly man. It's not going to deal with someone who is full of inequity. And these people are full of inequity, so it's not going to get. They're not going to get it. You know, the wine is spilled and the bottles will be married, but the new wine must be put in new bottles. Those new bottles are the elect. Okay. The elect is going to be the only ones that can receive this knowledge, you know, which we pray to be a part of that number. Because it says not to dare make yourself part of that number in Corinthians. So we don't know if we're part of that number, but we hope to be. That's why we call ourselves the hopeful elect. And we continue to do the work and endure to the end. Whatever kind of judgment or whatever kind of trials come before us. Because we all deserve what? Death. Because we've all sinned. Romans 6:23, the wages of sin is death. So ain't nobody innocent, man. You know, but we pray that the Lord wipes our slate clean from doing this work and getting ourselves right with the Most High before the day of judgment. Luke chapter 5, verse 36, and it reads, and he spake also a parable unto them, talking about Yahawashi speaking, no man, who everybody calls Jesus, no man putteth a piece of a new garment upon an old, of otherwise then both the new maketh a rent, and a piece that was taken out of the new agreeth not with the old. So we don't even mix fabrics, man. You think we gonna mix our holidays or your holidays with the solemn assemblies and the solemn feasts of Yahawah? No, we're not mixing that. We ain't even mixing clothes, man. Like, what is these people talking about, man? We're not even mixing fabrics, man. And they over here talking about some, we could just make a Yahawah day. The hell nah, man. You going off, man. And the Lord gonna kill your ass if you don't stop playing. Now, when you get into Exodus chapter 12, verse 1, it goes into talking about the Passover, right? So we're going to talk a little bit about this to show that this is the beginning of the year, okay? Which is in March, okay? So in the word spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, this month shall be unto you the beginning of months. See? The beginning of the year. See? It shall be the first month of the year to you. See? So the elect, not the elect, but the hopeful elect, we observe time different than everybody else. You know? We're learning how to read from, some of us are learning how to read from right to left instead of left to right. You know, the ones that have the time to do it. But we know most things we're concerning is just for salvation at this time. But if you got some time, go in there and learn the Hebrew. All that stuff is literally the opposite from this place. That's also a part of being born again. Understanding that, everything is off course here. Everything's backwards. Okay? And that's why, you can even look at it as something as simple as driving. We drive on the left-hand side on cars. But over there on the east, what they do? They drive on the right-hand side. Everything's flipped, man. Right? But this month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you. You shall speak to all the congregation of Israel, saying, in the 10th day of the month, you shall take to them a man every lamb according to the house of their fathers, and a lamb for an house. Right? And when you go into this, it goes and talks about, what you're supposed to do on the Shabbat, not on the Shabbat, but the Passover. Okay? Because the Lord, basically, that's what we're doing right now. That's what we do. We observe the Passover today. Because why? We want him to pass over judgment to us when he delivers it to America, Babylon the Great, and the four corners of the earth, the places that we're in bondage. Okay? But here in America, Babylon the Great, of course, this is spiritually Sodom and Egypt, as it says in Revelation chapter 11, verse 8. So basically, just like we did in Egypt, we doing it here. And that's why you got some of the brothers. They'll say that we're really living we're living in the book of Exodus again right now, because we're doing the same things that we did to observe how to what? Escape Egypt. This is how we escaped Egypt last time. We're gonna do it the same way. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This is how we got out here last time. We're gonna do it this way. We ain't gonna make a Yahawashi day when everybody else is celebrating a wicked holiday. That ain't nowhere they say to do that. But I want to make a point. I want to just get down to verse 14. And it says, and this day shall be unto you for a memorial, and ye shall keep it a feast to the Lord throughout your generations. Ye shall keep it a feast by an ordinance forever. Forever, man. There's never going to be no, never mind, we ain't doing it. No, it's forever. And that's why they changed the scriptures, and told us we wasn't the people of the Lord, because they knew if we wasn't going to observe that, and we knew not to observe it, and we didn't start observing it, then the elect would never be sealed. Because the only way the elect can be sealed is taking off this mortal mindset and putting on an immortal mindset. And this is the road to immortality. These scriptures. This is the way to immortality. Isaiah, I got a couple more precepts and then we out of here. Isaiah chapter 66, verse 17. And it reads, they that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh. You see, they had all that shit, eating all that shit with swine in it, the pig, and the abomination and the mouse shall be consumed together, saith the Lord, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. So that's how we know these people are doomed for judgment, man. Doomed. Okay, these people through, man. Now we're going to go to Amos 5, chapter 21, and it reads, and this is how the Lord feel about it. I despise your feast days. See, their feast days, they think they just do whatever they want. And I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. See, they had their own solemn assembly. That was not something that was, a clean offering, a clean sacrifice to Yahawashi. Verse 22, though ye offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, I will not accept them. Neither will I regard the peace offerings of your fat beasts. See, he ain't gonna take that as a sacrifice. Verse 23, take thou away from the noise of thy songs, for I will not hear the melody of thy viols. Right? But let judgment run down as waters, and righteousness as a mighty stream. And when he want that he's gonna want that swift judgment to come on them, because they are misleading, people who are serving Yahawashi. How they doing that? Because they trying to say, oh, this is for Yahawashi. Talking about the 12 tribes, talking about coming together. That's misleading. That's misleading the people. That's misleading the flock. And of course, if you're the hopeful elect and you've been around for a while, you're not going to fall for that. But somebody new coming in, they mess around and think that's okay. They don't have a lot of knowledge. So it can be deceiving. I seen Elder Manata Zabak, he showed a video of them. He showed a video talking about, showing how many views the dude got. He got 2,000 some views, But, for me, I felt like a big part of it was brothers grabbing that video and rebuking it. I don't think there's too many people watching that dude, because it just doesn't make any sense. It says the elect. It says the elect will not be deceived. They can't be deceived. It says Satan will try to deceive the very elect. That's something simple that they don't want to do. Like the elect, is the hopeful elect, if I would say, that we hope to turn into the elect. If we can see it, we know the elect can see it, whomever they may be, because we just the hopeful elect, right? So Matthew chapter 16, verse 17, now I want to make a point, because this is something I touch on a lot. Because the brothers always talk about fasting, and they've been bringing it up lately. And, you've got some people coming on the comment board saying, well, why do we got to fast? Well, because the Lord said we got to fast, right? So this is Matthew chapter 6, verse 17, and it reads, but there's a way you got to do it. But thou, when thou fastest, anoint thy head, right, with the oil, put some oil on your head, and wash thy face. See? Anoint thine head and wash thy face. So what? So it can be what? Verse 18, that thou appear not unto men to fast. See? So then when you wash your face and stuff, it make it where, your face don't look like you ain't been eating. It kind of keeps that color in your face. See what I'm saying? But unto thy Father, which is in secret. See, so if you do fast, don't tell nobody. Just do it. Do it and show you how about Yahawashi. You trying to set yourself right with him. That's what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to tell everybody. Right? And thy Father, which seeth in secret, shall reward thee openly. So that's the thing, when you fasting and stuff, don't tell nobody, man. Just do it. Just do it. Don't say nothing. So those are the things that, the Lord put the spirit on me to go across, because I do have, people in my area that are starting to, they're starting to be interested in the truth, over here in where I'm at in Oklahoma, there ain't a lot of people out here who's teaching the word of Yahawashi. It's really two of us. It ain't nobody over here really serving Yahawashi, but people are starting to get interested. They starting to wake up. People are seeing our diligence when we out there teaching, on the highways and byways. Some people be, stopping me while I'm riding all the way through town. Hey, what are you doing out there? Why are you doing that? So, these are just simple things that you got to know when you come into the will of Yahawashi. He's got one way to do it, Jake. You can't do whatever you want, Jake. You got to do it the way he said do it. And we know that our leaders taught us that and showed us that. So, Lord, when is edifying to the flock, Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the hopeful elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians, and the foreign Israelites that look like the other nations scattered across the four corners of the earth. I want to give all praises to Barak, Yahawah, Barak, Yahawashi. Barak, Yahawah, Barak, Yahawashi. Got to give all praises to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. I'm going to get double honors to those and apostles of great millstone led me to this truth and been ordained by the Lord to teach the flock how to live, repent, pray, fast, and show forth the Lord's righteousness and mercy, judgment, forgiveness, and wrath to all those who are part of the elect and to the hopeful elect. Lord, wouldn't we part of that number? Lord, wouldn't this be edifying to those who fear in the name of the Lord and strive to show forth the Lord's righteousness every day to the best of their abilities? His judgment always comes to light. Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 5, it is not slack. 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 9 is unto a ring. 2 Ezra chapter 5, verse 42. Why abal, the water for tuning in. Anybody that came on the convoy, Yahawashi, Barak, Atham. And Lord willing, we'll be able to exalt the name of Yahawashi yet another day. Kwam Yasharallah, may the blessing of election be upon your households, and stick with the traditions, don't change it up, Jake, because it's going to get your ass destroyed. Shalom.